For under 25,000 pesos, the Samsung Galaxy A55 5G is arguably one of the best contenders out there today. But here comes its greatest competition yet, the newest offering from Xiaomi's sub-brand, the POCO F6. For the same price, the POCO F6 is packing better specs and extra features, well, at least on paper. These include a bigger storage capacity, a better AMOLED display, and even a more powerful chipset. However, are these enough to make it an outstanding choice over the Galaxy A55? Hey everyone, Jose here, and in today's video, we have the Xiaomi POCO F6 going up against the Galaxy A55 in a comparison review to see which one is better. So, without further ado, let's dive in. Design-wise, both of these phones come with a distinct aesthetic features. The POCO F6 sports a minimalist design with a flat frame that matches its color with a matte finish backplate that gently curves to the sides. There are two large camera rings at the top left, flanked by a smaller dual-tone LED flash. The phone is all plastic, so it doesn't really give out a premium vibe. POCO does offer a titanium variant, but the unit we have here is in the green colorway, although it looks a bit silver in the video. On the other hand, the Samsung Galaxy A55 retains the signature look we're all familiar with. The back sees the three small camera rings lined up vertically on the left, along with an LED flash. The backplate is made of glass, and the flat frame comes in a brushed aluminum finish. So it not only looks better, but it feels more premium to hold. The only downside? It is a fingerprint magnet because the backplate has a glossy finish, unlike the POCO F6. Actually, you can see my fingerprints already on here. Despite its premium feel, the A55 is a bit heavier and thicker at 213 grams and 8.2 millimeters thick, compared to the POCO F6 lighter and slimmer build at 179 grams and 7.8 millimeters thick. This makes it relatively more comfortable in the hands. For added protection, both phones do have ingress protection. IP64 for the POCO F6 for dust and splash resistant, and IP67 for the Galaxy A55. With the stronger IP rating, this means this phone can handle immersions in water as deep as 1 meter for 30 minutes. Still, of course, you shouldn't really just throw your phone into the water. But aside from that, in our opinion, the Galaxy A55 wins this round for its combination of premium feel, stronger water and scratch resistance, as well as having a sleeker flat frame, flat screen design. Although, some may prefer the more lightweight and more comfortable build of the POCO F6. Samsung is known for stunning AMOLED panels, and the Galaxy A55 lives up to that reputation. It features a large 6.6-inch Full HD Plus Super AMOLED display with a smooth 120Hz refresh rate. However, the POCO F6 boasts an even crispier display with a tad bit larger 6.67-inch 1.5K Flow AMOLED panel. It is also significantly brighter, maxing out at 2400 nits peak brightness compared to the A55's 1000 nits. Side by side, the POCO F6 has noticeably thinner and uniform bezels compared to the Galaxy A55. I might be nitpicking here, but you can also see the Galaxy A55's chin that's slightly thicker than other bezels down here. Despite these differences, both devices offer an enjoyable viewing experience. They are both Widevine L1 certified and support dual stereo speakers tuned by Dolby Atmos for richer audio quality. However, the POCO F6 takes it a step further with Dolby Vision support, providing a more immersive viewing experience. Both these phones also get an added layer of protection with Corning Gorilla Glass, but only the A55 gets the Victus Plus version. The F6 is left with the regular Victus. In this segment, the POCO F6 clearly outshines the Galaxy A55 in terms of display quality, so it takes this round without a doubt. Now, let's move on to performance, and this is where the POCO F6 punches the heaviest. It's got a Snapdragon 8S Gen 3 chipset built on a 4nm process and can reach faster clock speeds at up to 3 GHz. The Galaxy A55 also has a 4nm class chipset, but it's the Exynos 1480 that reaches slower clock speeds at 2.75 GHz. While both are efficient 4nm chips, our benchmarks result reveal a remarkable gap between the two phones. The POCO F6 simply dominated in all our tests. In Antutu, it had double the score of the Galaxy A55. The POCO F6 even maxed out its score on 3D Mark Wildlife, implying it packs a more powerful graphics processor. That's evident with our other tests as well, again with the double score in Geekbench GPU benchmarks. For configuration, the Galaxy A55 is available with only 8GB of RAM and 256GB of internal storage. The POCO F6 comes in two variants, 8GB plus 256GB and 12GB plus 512GB. Notably, its bigger storage option doesn't go over the 25,000 price range, so that's pretty impressive. Good thing the Galaxy A55 compensates with support for microSD card, but expandable storage can't match the speed of built-in storage. This leads us back to our benchmark results with the POCO F6 getting higher scores and faster speeds in Antutu storage tests. But numbers aside, both of these devices will handle your everyday tasks just fine. However, expect the POCO F6 to excel at handling more graphically intensive tasks with ease. Not to mention, the phone also adds a heat dissipation system to maintain cool operations. With that, the POCO F6 takes the lead mainly due to its more powerful raw performance. Moving on to the cameras. The Galaxy A55 has a slight edge, at least on paper. It packs a triple rear system led by a 50MP main shooter with optical image stabilization, 12MP ultra-wide, and a 5MP macro. The POCO F6 only has a dual rear setup with a 50MP main camera that also supports optical image stabilization or OIS, complemented by an 8MP ultra-wide lens. Taking a look at our sample photos, both phones output images with good clarity but with varying color reproduction. The POCO F6 mostly leans to warmer tones, whereas the Galaxy A55 captures near accurate colors. The former also has better handling of dynamic range for most of the shots we've taken. At night, the POCO F6 produces better images with less noise, and the light sources aren't as blown out that much, at least compared to the Galaxy A55. In terms of video, the Galaxy A55 is capped at 4K 30fps, while the POCO F6 gets up to 4K 60fps. Both phones capture decent videos, however, the Galaxy A55 seems to struggle focusing, especially when in low light scenarios. Stabilization is smooth on the POCO F6, but in comparison, it's not that good on the Galaxy A55 with a bit of wobble for a little movement as when you're going for a walk. Overall, both phones offer good cameras, but the POCO F6 main camera performed way better than we expected. The Galaxy A55 offers more versatility though, with its triple camera system with the addition of a macro lens. Although personally, I don't really use the macro lens as frequently, but it should be helpful for some close-up shots that you might be taking in the future. With that, we'll give it a tie for the camera department. Now, battery-wise, both phones pack the usual 5000 mAh capacity, with the Galaxy A55 having support for 25W wired charging, and the POCO F6 with a significantly faster 90W wired charging. Under typical use, both phones should comfortably last a full day on a single charge. But to provide a more precise comparison, of course, we have our battery life tests to reference with. In our PC-marked battery life test, the POCO F6 pumped out 13 hours and 25 minutes. The Galaxy A55 is on par at 13 hours and 12 minutes. Using our proprietary video loop test where we play a full HD movie on mute with 50% brightness and airplane mode, the former lasted 18 hours and 34 minutes and the latter is even longer at 22 hours and 46 minutes. While that sounds really great, battery life at the end of the day is still dependent on the end user. Say for example, you're someone like me who's always on my phone playing games and watching content, then you'll likely appreciate the POCO F6's faster 90W charging. This advantage allows for quicker top-ups and minimizing downtime, so you can use your phone more often. With that, this puts the F6 in a 2-point lead for this matchup, and we have two more categories to talk about. In terms of software, both phones run Android 14 out of the box. The POCO F6 runs on Xiaomi HyperOS and the Galaxy A55 runs on One UI 6.1. Each of these offers a unique flavor of Android, and I must say, both are really great. Bloatware on both phones is a given, but you can easily get rid of them anyway. What's interesting is the POCO F6 has a couple of added quirks like smart sensing features, specifically air gesture, as well as AI-powered features in the Gallery app. Some users may find these features useful, but for me, not really. The thing that matters to me more is software support, and Samsung is good at this. The Galaxy A55 comes with a longer update policy with 4 major OS upgrades and 5 years of security updates, matching their company's treatment with their flagship devices. The update policy on the POCO F6 is not bad either, with 3 major OS upgrades and 4 years of security patches. Another notable feature of the POCO F6 is an IR blaster, which is pretty common in Xiaomi devices. While the F6 definitely has more features to look into, it's generally better for phones to have longer software support. So the Galaxy A55 takes this round. Now we go back to the question. Is the POCO F6 an outstanding choice over the Galaxy A55? Well, short answer is yes. On paper alone, the Xiaomi POCO F6 offers more to the table at a similar price bracket, coming in at 25,000 pesos, or 24,999 pesos to be exact. It boasts a whopping 512GB of onboard storage and a superior processing power complemented with an above-average camera system. For the same price at 24,990 pesos, the Samsung Galaxy A55 is still a solid all-rounder, emphasized by its more premium build and software support that outlasts its competition. Ultimately, it's a matter of choice between practicality and luxury. Both are great premium mid-range smartphones, but they cater to different preferences, and the decision depends on what matters most to you. So, with everything that's been said, are you Team POCO or Team Samsung, at least for this comparison, and why? Share your thoughts in the comment section below. And of course, if you enjoyed this video or found it informative, do drop a like and subscribe to our channel to watch more. Also, don't forget to follow us on our social media platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. And of course, visit yugatech.com to stay updated with the latest tech news and reviews. Once again, this has been Jose, and I'll catch you guys next time. For now, I'm gonna head out.